Hey, what's up? Allie from Yoga Love, coming to you with lots of hip openers. Hips are centrally located in our body, so they are a very important spot to open so that the rest of our body can move fluidly and spaces can breathe and be open. So we're gonna just start in child's pose. So allowing your knees to come out as wide as you want them, bringing your hips back towards your heels, extending your arms out in front of you if you want a more active child's pose. If you're looking to rest a little bit more, you can just bring your arms to your sides. So we're just gonna hang in this space for about 1 minute. Coming out of this pose, pressing your hands onto your mat and gently coming up to a seated position. From here, we're gonna move into low lunge or dragon pose. So we're gonna start by placing the hands onto the mat. Then we're gonna bring one leg out in front of us. Depending upon how tight your hips are, you may need some blocks, which can be placed right next to the foot that's planted in front. Your first option is a baby dragon, hands elevated, and we're just resting here. If you want to take it a little bit higher, we can come to a high flying dragon, placing both hands on the top thigh. So now we're pressing a little bit more weight over the hips, so you'll be getting a deeper stretch here. If you're looking to get even further into the hips, we're going to take the blocks off to the side. Place our forearms onto the earth, keeping in mind that this knee we want to try to keep lined up with the ankle. Our last variation is a winged dragon where you can place the hand to the inside of the knee, gently turning it, and you can add a slight twist with your upper body. Once you find the position that you are comfortable landing in, we're going to stay here for 2 minutes. From here, we're going to just gently walk ourselves up. Take the knee back onto the earth. You can counter with a little child's pose, maybe for 30 seconds. And then we're gonna walk back up. We're gonna come onto the other side, placing the foot out in front, gently shifting our weight forward, and then finding the option that you would like to take. Baby dragon elevates the hands with blocks. High flying dragon, hands come onto the top thigh, pressing the weight down. Flying low dragon, forearms to the earth. You also have that winged twisted option. Once you find the space that you want to land, 2 minutes here. Again, gently walking ourselves up, placing that knee back onto the earth and finding our way into that child's pose just for a rest for 30 seconds. From here, we're gonna walk up. Our next posture is gonna be a deep squat. So we are gonna come with our feet planted onto the earth, sinking our hips down. Our hands are gonna come to our heart center. So you have an option to press the knees away with your elbows. If you ever wanna sit higher here, you can place a block and have a seat on it. If this brings any tension or pain into your knee, don't do the pose. If your heels are elevated and you just can't seem to get them down, you have two options. You can slide a blanket underneath your heels, or you can step your feet a little bit wider to a place where you can land. Once you find that place, try to keep your spine tall, elevated through the upper body, and then we're gonna land here for 1 minute. Coming out of the posture, we're gonna place our hands onto the earth so that we can come on to a seated position. Windshield wipering your feet here, your knees here, side to side, everything rotating, just to counter that posture. Our next pose is going to be sleeping swan. Some of you might know it as half pigeon. So we're gonna start by coming to the outside of the left leg. Our right leg is going to come behind us. We're looking that the knee is slightly outside of the hip on the left side, and that our right leg is extended back behind us with the pinky toe flat against the mat. If you have any discomfort in the front hip, you can take a block and place it underneath that hip to take the weight out. So now you're resting on the block. If there's any discomfort in the back leg, and especially the knee, you can place a blanket under this part of your thigh to protect the knee. Once you find a comfortable position to land, you can stay elevated, or you can walk your way all the way down, finding a restful position that you can land in for 2 minutes. Gently walking it up. We're gonna sit onto the left hip, bringing both legs around to the front of the mat. Again, countering, you can windshield wiper your feet and knees side to side. And then we're gonna set up half pigeon on the right. So we're landing outside of the right leg, knees slightly outside of the hip, rotating so that the back leg is extended straight back. Again, using the block underneath the front hip if we need that, or the blanket underneath the back leg. Once you're ready, finding a place where you can land for 2 minutes. Gently walking it up. Sitting onto the right hip. Legs come back around. Let's take that counter stretch one more time. And then our last pose to open our hips is gonna be happy baby. So we're gonna come all the way onto the mat. Our legs are gonna come up into the air. You can catch the insides or the outsides of your ankles. So what's great about this posture is we're using arm strength to open the hips rather than gravity. So a little bit different from any of the other postures that we've previously done. So hanging here, you can bend the elbow and really use those biceps. But feeling that nice openness in your hips, your feet are kicking up and tops of the feet are pulling down towards you. And we're just gonna land here for 2 minutes. Beautiful. Coming out of this posture, just hugging your knees into your chest. You can roll side to side. And then eventually, we're gonna roll onto our right side. We're gonna press ourselves up to a comfortable seated position. Inhaling your arms up nice and high to the sky, bringing your hands into your heart center. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember, open hips are happy hips. Please go with peace, love, and joy. And until we see each other again, namaste.